Do you think we get an underdog win by Starbuck, or will Happy start to dominate the lower bracket now?
Well, knowing my history of predictions, maybe I will say that I just don't know, Mr. Neo. But yes, I would like to see some Palarifle games, because Palarifle games, they bring the best action, as everybody know. They are creeping nicely. As Happy will plant his expansion soon. He's playing very greedy, Mr. Neo. Do you see a ziggurat here? I don't. It means it's going to be Haunted Goldmine first.
Ooh, that is interesting indeed. We're looking for more answers on how to defend an Archmage. We get the Ritual Dagger for healing. This was an issue yesterday against Fortitude. Fortitude's Archmage is the best in the world. He's not only the best defensive player in the world, he's also the best in Archmage cancels of expansions, and that was in full display yesterday. Happy surely has a new plan on how to defend this, and apparently it is with a faster Haunted and a later Ziggurat. So maybe if the Archmage arrives, the Haunted is already finished.
Yes, that's the hope, but you know how fragile buildings under construction are to piercing damage, and what elementals they can bring a lot of piercing damage. Starbuck he bought double staff, misclick by Starbuck, he has double staff of teleportation, maybe he held the baton. This is definitely not planned. That looks kinda funny, but look at this, he is going to cancel the expo, and Happy is actually doing a blunder here. Happy is pulling back, it wasn't planned by him. He's not going to attack, you know, Starbuck with full force. He gets the surround and it's going to be forced TP, but expansion got cancelled.
Okay, at least he got that. If only you could use two staffs back in and out when you have these two staffs, but they have a shared cooldown, so that doesn't work. On the right-hand side, Happy was active with his ghouls as well, but couldn't threaten the tower really. A big squad of footmen and militia at the ready to defend. Archmage is of course hurt now. He doesn't have a shop just yet. Gotta be a bit careful. But the most important thing, Expo has been cancelled. Second most important thing, Arcane Tower is up. Now Happy's first offense with Crypt Lord.
Yeah, Mr. Neo, with the power of the Twitch chat and a very high MMR undead player in the Twitch chat, we have actually confirmation that Expo wasn't cancelled, it was killed! Happy has 20 lumber!
Oh
Mamma mia, I missed that. His Starbuck is light years ahead, but he's still not expanding yet. But it will take a long time for him to get his expansion up. In the meantime, in the undead base, surround on the footies, I see dead footies. This game is very chaotic, but that's why we love undead versus human. There is a lot of cancellations, there's a lot of long tier 1 versus tier 1. And yes, who is going to finish on top? We'll see about that. Archmage is running into the Expo direction. He needs to be very careful. There is no TP. If he gets surrounded, then Impale can actually stop Staff of Teleportation. But Happy is at Starbuck expansion.
There we go. Starbuck with another offense. The footmen are fighting the Crypt Lord outside of Town Hall range. We take all eyes in the north, where it's only an Archmage staffing back now. Water Elemental didn't do too much, so the second expansion attempt is most likely coming through. Militia being called. That's not a big force by Happy. Didn't pull any ghouls yet. The ghouls in the defense. The Crypt Lord in offense with level 3 is quite nice. But Expo is up. Faster for Starbuck. And the one cancel is hopefully all he needed.
Yes, I would say the game looks open, right? Supply looks similar. Both players were able to expand after some struggle. And now, again, there's like a fresh start, you know, a reset in this game. You might argue that maybe Human is ahead, you know, because his expansion, you know, was faster and the lumber economy is good, as good that he can actually start taking right now, while Happy still needs to produce some acolytes. Speaking out Happy, he was able to get one footman, I mean, wake up the Fountain to get the footman. Yes, what they can do now, that's a question. Human would like to get the Shredder and Zeppelin at the start of the day, but it's hard to creep the lab when Undead is around.
Yeah, that's right. You don't want to open up too much. I have to say, from the first 7 minutes of the game, Happy, before yesterday, was an absolute killer. He was in his best shape in maybe 2 years. He destroyed every competition he was participating in, oftentimes without dropping a map. Was undefeated for 7 weeks straight. Yesterday, the loss to Fortitude might have hurt him a little bit. I don't see this ruthless aggression everywhere. I don't see the ultimate confidence so far.
Yes, definitely some mistakes by him, but again, Warcraft 3 is a game of, you know, many puzzles after puzzles. Maybe you make a mistake in the start of the game, but there is also mid-game and the late game. Starbuck is chasing one ghoul. The nice impale, look how many footies are dying. It's going to be level 4 Crypt Lord before level 4 Archmage. That's pretty good for the undead, and yes, there is still no lab control. Starbuck is still busy, and this will actually continue probably until the MK is out. Because yes, MK is this absolute like buzzkill party breaker for undead, and another juicy impale. How many footies is going to be able to kill? With just beetles.
I didn't see the first impale as I was busy on the right-hand side, but now very defensive position by Starbuck. This is still fine. Supply is even. Deny on the beetle to prevent level 4 for the Archmage for as long as possible. Close to level 4 on the Crypt Lord, and that was an issue yesterday. Not having the level 2 impale hurt him a lot. This will all... It's supposed to change today.
Impale? Oh... He's happy, he's playing Impale Simulator, Mr. Ineos. Sorry, but this is exciting. Arcane Tower is going to be cancelled. Where is the Archmage? Archmage is busy dealing with the ghouls. Happy is doing magnificent damage deep in the human base, but he's playing with fire. And Starbuck is just going insta tier 3 while he has beetles in his base. Starbuck is showing confidence in this game.
Arcane Tower actually didn't go down, it went up with lots of repair. Now the Beetle Boy is a bit surrounded here with more murder. Workers can of course rebuild on the right hand side. Lumber will be rather low on the Starbuck side. Archmage has nothing to fear at the moment. There's not enough units to really threaten him right now. Happy school pushes were really nice. Archmage is grinding up now to level 4 actually. Got more or less half a level. Next round of ghouls is here, but the Water Elemental can do some damage. It didn't expire yet. Happy maybe pushing a bit too early. And tier 3 tech is running for both sides. Double Slaughterhouse DK as expected for Happy. We get a Mountain King, of course, and Griffin Aviary for Starbuck. And the big question on this patch and in general, how do you stop Griffin?
Yeah, that's a great point. Banshees were nerfed in the way that actually hurts versus Gryphons, because Anti-Magic Shell is going to soak only 300 damage instead of 420 per cast. And it's going to be quite significant. But with Undead, you can also go for a 70 supply push timing without Banshees, you know. And I think that after early game like that, that's what Happy is going to try to do. But wait, with MK, every bolt is a kill. Let's see if it's going to be right. One Fiend is in trouble, but Death Knight to the rescue can call connect. That was actually very important. And it looked like the Fiend, Crypt Fiend, is going to survive. Maybe one more bolt.
Saves the mana, gets it now. DKA versus Mountain King, the age-old battle of damage versus healing. Happy has to see that this is not possible anymore, but maybe he gets the Mountain King because he's super low HP. The Fiend block trying to avenge the brother, and Avada Kedavra for the Mountain King. Only a level 1 hero, but a big boost to the XP account of the Death Knight.
I don't know much about the Wall Street in real life, but let me tell you, in Warcraft 3, trading MK for one Fiend is not a trade you want to make. And definitely another plus for Happy. His tier 3 is almost done, but Starbuck had tier 3 faster, and he's already working on his Gryphons. And usually when Undead wants to do 70 supply alien, he needs to be faster, you know, than this. So I think this game is going to be nice, this game is going to be open, and we are going to have our ultimate test. And Impale on Archmage.
Trying to staff, trying to stay in. No Impale against it. Still has a town portal, trying to disrupt this mid-game even further. Was a chance. Oh, wait a second.
He has a TP. Oh,
he got a TP. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that was costly, but bought a lot of time. Very disruptive mid-game against Happy. Mountain King now on the way up. Okay, goes north, south now. Workshops up. Griffin Aviaries up. And Starbuck also with the Paladin. This push for Happy is not gonna be too easy.
Yeah, but Starbuck has no gold. Look at this, he has 400 gold, 50 supply. He doesn't have like 5 Gryphons queued. His economy doesn't look too strong, and Happy is ready. Happy is bringing his ghouls. This is the 70 supply push timing that I talk about. Basically, when Lich is out with the Orb of Corruption, then it's your time Of course, Starbuck now is able to produce a little bit, but supply advantage for the Undead, and Undead will have momentum.
Both players want and need levels. 4, 2, 1. Orb of Slow, by the way, in the inventory of Starbuck. Happy is creeping as well to level 2 on the DK for Wand of Mana Stealing, which could come into play especially against a Paladin or Mountain King. Dispel on the Water Elemental. These summons won't do too much anymore. We now have flak cannons on the gyros, but at the moment Starbuck has to run. No TP anymore.
Big beautiful Lich. Okay, he sees. Lich is in a little bit unfortunate position. We saw beautiful Orb of Slow on the Destroyer. It works on Destroyers, it's working on Breakers. MK got stuffed back immediately, and Happy is like, okay, my 70 supply push is not going to work. I'm going to get the levels instead. There is no Banshees. Happy is going to make 80 supply, and then maybe he'll push. And look at this, Starbuck is not wasting any time. He's creeping on the bottom right with Gryphons and Gyrocopters. Paladin will get a great birthday present or whatever. He will get a lot of experience from this camp.
We got the Unholy Aura for Happy, which is of course very unfortunate since he has that aura already. Gyros, Griffins creep the spot very, very fast. He gets the Illyria's Fruit of Accuracy for more damage of basically everything. Gyros scouting. Happy has wept up. Lich third hero, of course. No chance for a Dreadlord. And we also see no Banshees at all anymore. Maybe due to the patch. Maybe due to resources. But no Curse, no Anti-Magic, no Possession against Knights. Happy's late game seems significantly weaker than usual.
Yes, and he doesn't even have a huge hero level advantage, and he's checking the red camp. My question is, what is he going to do if he's going to push? Because Starbuck is ready, and as you mentioned, the true shot drop is huge. Because it buffs literally everything what matters. MK will be busy clapping and throwing bolts, Paladin healing. They don't need additional bonus damage as only melee units. But Happy with the Impale, it means he wants to fight. Who is going to win the air battle?
It has to be the Gyros for Starbuck. I don't know if these destroyers can take care of it. He's webbing, he's focusing. It looks kind of nice. We got a heal scroll on Starbuck's side. Always emphasis on this unit. One destroyer falls with 50% mana on him. Cryptlord level 5 is devastating versus Knights, but is that enough? Mountain King level 3, huge upgrade. We don't have too many gyros anymore, but they produce quickly. Starbuck just can't forget about it. 60 food, 71, but every destroyer is 5 supply. Don't forget about that. The coil misses. It's on cooldown now. Starbuck would love to have another heal scroll on the ground. It looks like Happy is quite dominating, but can he brute force this expansion now with a hurt army like this?
Yeah, the coil was very unfortunate. With this one extra destroyers, 5 supply, that would be actually full 80 supply army. But yes, who is going to stop Happy? And as you mentioned, Starbuck needs to produce a lot of gyros because Happy still is dominating in the air, right? And he did very smart move. He decided to prioritize attacking the gyros. He completely ignored the knights. And we can see the result because with destroyers in the air, knights are going to melt.
Ooh, the gyros are flying straight into the feeds. All of them webbed. I don't see significant damage in the air anymore. And if the destroyers are reigning supreme in the air, what's going to stop them is the question. The knights are falling left and right. Happy with a phenomenal fight. Starbuck was up there on Happy's level, but couldn't break him. The last 2 fights in Happy's favor, and so he takes map number 1.
Hey, look what is happening in the middle. Those gnolls, they are so important. You start with the gnolls, you have militia as human, but you're like, no, I want this gnoll brute. And actually there's no double gnoll, there's gnoll and forest troll trapper.
Gnoll and the troll, and they both go to Starbuck with the first little item here. Mantle of Intelligence, nice reward for an updated creep route. So
he's making backpack! He's making backpack!
Starbuck said this during his patch note review. Why didn't I do this earlier? Why didn't I do this all the time? But at the moment, there's no space for that. But
he will try to steal items, I think.
Yes,
with his footy.
I think so too. Maybe at the green. The ghouls will creep at some point, and that's then the footman's time to shine.
Please, God, steal this item. Because then it will be like, okay, the strategy can work, we'll see about that. Guys, What we need to watch is not who is playing Palarifle or not, but is this Footman will be able to steal item from the Sasquatch. Happy has Impale. This is a problem. He can Impale surround the Footman. Mr. Starbuck is trying to be tricky. I don't know. Leech can, of course, also like do Nova. Starbuck is going to try, but he can't. Happy is too good with this. He's threatening the item still, but no, not on Happy level. Maybe he anticipated it a little bit. Maybe he saw my TikTok about this idea. Mr. Happy is like, okay, another broken human thing that I need to be worried about. But with all seriousness, the both players are creeping nicely and are going to plant their expansions. Happy got Boot of Speed, he got Staff of Teleportation with the power of Double Claws. He can kill many peasants.
On the other side, Claws and Mantle and Globs of Haze can do the same. Archmage is running into a little bit of a corner here. That's unfortunate. How will Starbuck defend? This is what it's all about. Arcane Tower not even upgrading yet, so he can pretty much forget about this. And now the next question, how will Starbuck attack this? It's a game of American football. How strong is Happy's defense line?
Yes, and can Starbuck stop the surround? And Happy is not missing his surround. Maybe he is actually.
Oh my.
Okay, so
he needs another Water Elemental, but he can't get it. The Footman is trying his best, but it's not enough damage. Grande disaster for Starbuck. Town Portal gone, no damage done. His own Expo hurt and delayed. And Happy's early game is clean.
yes, very clean, and sadly, as you can see, Backpack will stay just a meme. Sadly, we don't have a confirmation that it's easy to steal the items. And we have a confirmation that Happy is pretty good with Impales. That Impale connects with almost everything. He has those claws, he has boots. He's going to kill so many peasants. Level 3 is here. Archmage is very, very low. This looks bad for Starbuck. He needs something, maybe pull fresh militia. There is so many beetles.
Desperate times for Starbuck. Game 1 was so competitive. Game 2 is just Emperor's Wrath unleashed on this human base. In the meantime, his second base is growing and growing and growing. He's trying to save his Archmage with a couple of body blocks, but in the meantime, on the right-hand side, the beetles and the ghouls are tearing this defense apart. Water Elemental is trying his darnest. Archmage out of the fight with just, I don't know, 20, 30 HP. This is nothing except 2-0 for Happy.
Well, Mr. Neo, I'm just looking at this and it makes me sad that, yes, sadly the creative play of Backpack didn't work for now. Starbuck is not giving up. Starbuck is going to still try, but yes, the expansion state, somebody makes a print screen of this expansion, and if Peasant doesn't go to sleep early, you show this as your family that this is how you end up if you don't go to bed early, because yes, this expansion can tell many horror stories.
It's a graveyard, man. It's a graveyard. I don't know if you should continue building on this sacred place, like in America with the haunted grounds of the Indigos. But we get a Shredder now for the lumber. We kind of need it. Also would be nice for the defense, but the ghouls are just back. Happy is hitting his rhythm every single time this map. It is so incredible. One worker after the next adding to the graveyard.
Yes, my point was that, okay, bad things happen at this expansion, okay? And they are still continuing to go badly. Mr. Starbuck needs to do something. He got the Shredder. Archmage is very low. There is not enough mana for Impale. Gladly for the Archmage. They are both playing without TP, with red HP heroes. Level 4 for Happy. And yes, his economy is thriving. He's going to make Graveyard soon. Double Crypt. This looks so good. And yes, Starbuck, you need to do something crazy. And look at the main base, Mr. Neo. Look at the main base of the human. More bad things are happening.
Happy is completely unleashed. He is everywhere. Ghoul skeletons on the left-hand side. The Crypt Lord was making his way back to the right-hand side. And Happy terrorizes Starbuck, who's getting punished for not going for the exotic strategy of Palarifle. And that was a 7-minute wash. Nothing went Starbuck's way here. Yesterday, like before this, after the patch, before yesterday, everybody thought Palarifle is figured out. Happy has Palarifle figured out. Then the nerfs come on top. So Palarifle was deemed dead. And then Fortitude shows you can still play Palarifle to full effect, and Happy wasn't able to play his signature plays. There were no ghouls and no beetles in the human base, and then Palarifle is the strongest when you're not economically harassed. Can Starbuck play Palarifle like Fortitude does, or has the apprentice become the master? This is what we're finding out, and also if Starbuck survives at least one more map in this tournament.
Yeah, as you mentioned, like, what is the difference between Starbuck and Fortitude? I would like to remind everybody that Starbuck won versus Happy in Dubai from this exact situation. So may say on paper, recent results, Fortitude is better, but Starbuck, he's there with top players. So I just want to give the credit to Mr. Starbuck here. Happy with magnificent scouting, and this is creative, Mr. Neo. We are creeping Nerubians.
Okay.
On the bottom.
Yeah, we are.
Double item. Name a lot of camps with double item. There is not that many out here. You get permanent level 2 item and consumable level 1 or level 2 item as well.
Sorry, I had to take care of some chat. That was a bit nasty. Happy did this yesterday already on this camp. He has a newfound love for this, and you got some good regeneration with Cryptlord Ring of Regeneration and of course the Ritual Dagger. Starbucks is not exactly playing like Fortitude yesterday. Fortitude was tower up. This is also what Starbuck does, and then 5-6 rifles into tech. 4 rifles only.
It's so dangerous. We have Palarifle alert, but now it's undead alert. Under is here, and if Starbuck is going to lose 1 or 2 rifles, the game will be very hard. That's what Mr. Happy wants to do. He wants to force the TP, but Starbuck is repositioning. He needs to pull fresh militia, and the alert is over. Oh. You can come back to your game. Oof.
Nice disengaging. It's not ideal, of course, as you leave creep speed on the ground, but this could have been 2-3 rifles dead. We got militia now, and the last hits should always go to Starbuck with the range adjustment and the amazing attack animation that the rifles have.
Okay, great by Starbuck, great by Starbuck. I saw few of his games versus Happy, like on Amazonia, and this level 3 Crippler versus level 2 Paladin was painful, but this game is different. And now Mr. Neo, laming. We know what Happy likes to do in this matchup. This is secret sauce versus Palarifle, right? He's going to lame. He's going to buy Staff of Teleportation, and you can't like destroy the human. And he's looking for the rifles around. Okay, unsuccessful.
We got militia in position, 4 bouncers to make sure the ghouls are not coming in. There's a picture on the door with a ghoul face on it. Entry forbidden. Good work by the security.
Look at Starbuck. Great analogy. I completely agree, and yes, I would like to go to this place because I would feel safe there. But look at Paladin. Paladin is cosplaying Chinese Paladin strategy, which we call, of course, attacking the economy. Holy Light on Acolytes feels nicely. And yes, Happy is not doing that much. It's giving time for Starbuck to start working on his towers, because remember, Happy can lame really hard. How many dead ghouls we are going to see? Happy missed the Impale!
Gets us around anyway. There is a heal potion. Yep, he takes it now, and this will go on the cost of lots and lots of ghouls and beetles. Keeps us around close, but when there's a holy light, there is a way out. He literally saw the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, great analogy. He was like one unit after one. He was just going forward, and he surrounded the Creep Lord.
Okay. All of a sudden, Starbuck with momentum. He's making big leaps forward, just like he was at Dubai when he walked to the winner's interview after the 3 and 2. Of course, this is only the beginning, but it's a very different game compared to the past 2 games.
Yeah, this game is looking good for Starbuck. In the past, there was... Okay, the Rifleman in the wrong neighborhood. Run. There is Undead here looking at you. Okay. And Starbuck is creeping. Okay, that's fine. Starbuck still has TP. Impale use, but remember, Impales are expensive. Rifleman surrounded, but Rifleman woke up the creep camp as well, so those ghouls will take a lot of damage. Actually, maybe one of them will die. Revenge of a Rifleman.
Okay. Oh man, what a wild back and forth. But we gotta say, Happy's expansion is up. It's fortified. He gets a Necropolis and an altar. Tech is running as well. Unlike yesterday, Happy is not forgetting about the altar anymore. Good to see it. But the Blonde Devil has arrived, and the Palarifle strategy is coming together. Plus, more defense with guard towers in the base.
Yes, that's a part of the mind games, right? Because Happy... Okay, Flute. We need our energy. What is going to be inside of this unit? And it's... better circlet. Okay, not great, not terrible. But Mr. Neo, we are making a lot of guard towers. That's a good point. But is Happy laming? No. Happy's not laming.
Oh.
Maybe it's a mind game.
No.
Maybe
Look right. At the lab. He's coming. He's trying.
Coming.
It's hard to see.
So it's... He's so sneaky, I can't even see with observer mode. Okay, now I see those ghouls, but let me tell you, Mr. Neo, 3 guard towers are going to stop those ghouls.
They should.
Very, very nice, and Starbuck is actually creeping. He needs Staff of Teleportation, one of his heroes, to cycle them. Okay, the big laming is coming, but the guard towers are almost finished. Starbuck is ready.
I think so too. Yesterday we've seen Fortitude with Flame Strike, and now we see Starbuck with Flame Strike. Many ghouls knocking on the door. Can they tear down the rack? Starbuck seems confident, not having to go back here. He checks the expansion. How much damage can I do? Maybe the first Flame Strike, which is a bit cheaper now. Trying to tear down the towers, but he's gonna lose his production for that.
Yeah, you know, remaking Barak is not that painful, doesn't cost that much, and he has enough rifles for now because he's exactly 50. And look at this base is well defended. Actually, Happy stuffing back, leaving his ghouls behind. He did some mistake. I think he cancelled the stuff and he teleported with everything because he wants to fight. This is the most crucial fight. If Starbuck is going to win this fight, this game is over. He has big healing potion, a big healing stone on the Paladin. The towers are still dealing a lot of damage. Huge supply lead for Starbuck. Mr. Neo, I think that Palarifle is well, Palarifle is alive, and Palarifle is winning.
Unbelievable. The health stone was consumed just like the heal potion before. No chance to kill this paladin. Flame Strike is the best addition to this build that we've seen in a long time. All acolytes dead. Happy in shambles. Twice the supply for Starbuck, who hasn't lost much. The economy for him is well and alive. Guard towers saving grace, and Happy continues to make a couple of mistakes in crucial moments, just like he did yesterday versus 40. Mana is a bit of an issue. Crypt Lord surrounded, heal scroll, regen ring, but that is not enough. The Buck has been beaten, and Palarifle brings Starbuck the victory.
Yes, that was great, and what a beautiful story. Like, the strategy is still around the corner. We'll see about the next map, but one explanation, a Twitch chat gave me the idea that maybe this stuff into cancelling stuff into teleportation when Happy was coming back to the last fight, maybe it was actually a fake TP. Maybe he thought that Starbuck is going to like teleport out, you know? But not really. Starbuck stayed in and he won the fight, and yes, Flamestrike worked pretty well. GG.
Whew. Very good to have you as my expert here, Mr. Soul. Soul is streaming on Twitch and he's uploading on YouTube daily. Soul 8-man, if you haven't followed this man, I don't know what you're doing with your life and with your Warcraft life. This guy deserves way more appreciation than he already gets. Even though he was streaming in front of 3,600 people the other day, that made me very happy.
Well, thank you, Mr. Neo. I felt like a big streamer, and then we went back to the usual. But the usual is also cool because now I'm also a coach at the GNL, Gym Newbie League, and there is a lot of like lower MMR games that are also very exciting with you. You know, players are trying very hard. The caster is trying very hard. The casters, because GNL has a lot of casters, so check on Twitch sometimes not only the best of the best games, but also exciting lower MMR games. And in this game, indeed, it's going to be the same. Expansions for Mr. Happy. He's creeping the hard camp, but Kobold Geomancers, they have medium armor and they will die quickly to normal damage of skeletons and ghouls.
There we go. They're down already. Starbuck is taking a slow approach as well. Level 3 is what we aim for. And then we'll see if we get an arcane tower as before, if we get a higher number of rifles as we did before, and how hard Happy can strike and how fast he can tech. Lots of questions for this game to unfold. Autumn Leaves, would you rank it a good or bad Palarifle?
Well, if there is more than one potential expansion spot, it's always a bad map for Palarifle, because there is this saying that Palarifle players scout with entire army, and we usually scout into expansion direction, and there are 2 expansions here. So that's one of the reasons, especially if the expansion position is quite remote. like we see here. And Starbuck feels cheeky. Look at this, Mr. Neo. He wants to cancel this expo.
Ooh, 2 rifles, 3 rifles now. Does he have...
Happy's not scouting. Happy doesn't know. You know this song, Scotty doesn't know. It didn't end well. How it's going to end here?
It was one of my favorite songs when I was younger, Mr. Apeman. It is a wonderful song. Happy, maybe he just knows? No, he goes to the sludge flinger. And he completely misses the army. Starbuck has, of course, a TP. Can the rifles do enough? Lock the Wode onto the haunted gold mine. This could be a huge win for Starbuck early on, maybe on the cost of a rifleman, but that is an exchange you gladly take.
The question is, can he save the TP, right? Because now the Nerubian Tower is going... he can't... Okay, the trade is okay. You know, not great, not terrible. 3.4 roundkin, as they say in the meme sphere. But yes, one rifleman went down. Expansion got slowed down. The game is still even. Rifleman dying, that was a problem. He was like behind. But also he bought some time, you know, for Starbuck to cancel the expansion. Happy has level 3 and he's going to pressure. Is he going to pressure in time? Because Starbuck is already creeping the Sasquatch.
Right on. At the moment, his build is very, very fragile. And of course, Happy knows he's desperate for level 3. The creep speed was sacrificed for that cancellation, and Happy knows exactly what's up. He got a tele staff to save the paladin, but will he just will the righteous paladin just leave his friends behind?
You can't abandon the rifles. You can't do it. So the stuff is probably if paladin would be like surrounded, and then he can like free himself. And yes, Happy is pretty good with threatening those mid-game fights. In the previous map, he was the rifleman is in trouble. He's going to go into the safety of the base, and with the help of the Arcane Tower, actually we can hold. I think Starbuck is stuffing in to start holy lighting as we speak. There is no more mana on the Creep Lord, but the laming, Mr. Neo, that was missing in game number, a previous game with Palarifle. There was not that many laming, and look at Happy, he's attacking with full force.
Oh wow, he got everything here. Only 100 lumber for Starbuck. How many rifles, how many ghouls will fall is the question. The rifle deal a lot of damage. Happy is trying to micro as best as he can. Level 3 on the Paladin. Finally, Happy is abandoning ship with the tele staff out. Another holy light kill. We got 9 workers still left, but lumber economy in shambles.
Yes, and you know who is happy about this lumber economy in shambles? Mr. Happy, because the reason is he wants to do it again. He wants to come back and lame more, and if Starbuck is going to be impatient, if we assume that Happy is going to lame still, he can get impatient and he can like leave his base unprotected, right? So I don't know what to do exactly, but in Starbuck shoes I would recommend to make like 3 guard towers again, maybe 2, and leave your base only when you have the guard towers up. Of course, Happy can use mind games on top of that and creep greedy, but yes, this is what he's doing. He's coming back for more lames, but Paladin is a nice position.
And mana is low. We don't have beetles to fortify this army, and Starbuck is getting some time for the lumber mill. He's now supply blocked as the blood mage is coming out as well. Farm, lumber mill, more gold, and lumber economy will stabilize. There's not many upgrades that you need except long rifles and ideally attack and defense upgrades. Both players have a tele staff. No player has a town portal. You gotta move very quickly around the map now.
Yeah, but Happy is doing happy things, right? So in this case, he's like very late with his tech, but he's investing a lot into those attacks. They should slow down Starbuck a lot. Starbuck is even scouting with 1 rifleman, and he sees Happy. Good defense by him. The rifle will survive. And are we going to start Holy Lightning? Remember, Holy Light deals 200 damage, so he needs to lower the ghoul HP by a lot. There is no long rifle range. Mr. Starbuck is following with 1 rifleman and deny. It's, you know, it's a good thing. Of course, it's not a game-breaking or anything, but look at this, Starbuck is creeping. I like it. He's like, okay, Happy's around. Happy can't do too much. He's just creeping in front of him. Wow. That's bold.
He knows that Happy has very, very low mana for the time being, who's also creeping now. Rifles are taking quite some damage, but the Blood Mage is leveling, and we've seen today and yesterday how important Flame Strike can be, and the Paladin is harassing.
Yes, indeed. So Blood Mage will get some experience.
Careful.
He needs to be careful.
Yeah, he can't get Vanilla surrounded here. He has the tele staff ready. that's what he got. The rifles are all hurt, fighting for a heal scroll, but Starbuck doesn't have the resources yet. Blood Mage around and Happy runs away from it. The Holy Light is so obnoxious.
Yes, the count of the towers in the main base is only 1 guard tower so far. Starbuck is making 2 more. He's like, okay, I have the map control. Happy is just running in circles. And I think it's... soon we are going to see aggressive Starbuck. Soon I think Starbuck will cross the map. His base is looking good now. Kinda well protected, and the amount of army for Happy is not that low. Not that high. Of course he can bring his ghouls from the main base, and let's see if he's going to do so. Happy is the master here. It's hard for me to, you know, give you the recommendation what he should do, because it's hard to tell. It's a little bit of uncharted territory, but he wants to lane. That's our answer, but guard tower, 1 guard tower is already up.
Perfect timing for this guard tower. Oh boy. There is another impale, which might lead to a couple of kills, but we're out of tech, and Holy Light is at the ready. In the meantime, Rifles and Blood Mage can continue to creep. 1 tower is getting killed, but Arcane and guard towers should do the damage. We have another town portal lost to save a handful of units, but this is a big win for the Blood Mage with the Book of the Dead with level 3.
Is it level 2 Flamestruck or
yes.
Siphon Mana?
Yes, Flamestruck.
Flamestruck. Okay, we are going to Siege, Mr. Neo. That was a small buff, actually, to Palarifle in this case. Because, yes, with the Flame Strike, you can, it costs less mana, so you have more Flame Strike, and because usually Crypt Lord is busy laming, there is no target to get the mana from. And let's see how good Flame Strike Starbuck can cast.
We have another adjustment by Happy, by the way. He's going for earlier Death Knight. Usually his strategy was solo Crypt Lord the entire game until level 6.
Okay, no laming. They are going to fight Mr. Neo. This is the most important. But we have Book of GG as well. This looks strong for Starbuck, but this Impale was juicy.
Fight for survival for Starbuck. He has to smash this fight. Rifle will move to the right-hand side. Ghoul should be falling. Flame Strike is big! Sacrificing his Book of the Dead for it, but how many ghouls will fall here? How many do we even have left? It's only 8, it's only 7. We got a level 4 Paladin with Devotion Aura level 2. Rifles also not too plenty anymore. Only 6, and Starbuck is evacuating, maybe with some exit kills. Crypt Lord has no potion anymore. Maybe Starbuck can afford a heal scroll. It would do wonders for him. Bad Mage needs to be in range of that heal scroll, but averts disaster. And Starbuck can...
Free.
What?
Yeah, tier 3 almost for Happy, Mr. New. It's not that bad for Happy. Starbuck did not break the expansion. Starbuck is a little bit lag, and tier 3 is almost here. We have 3 crypts with a lot of ghouls in it. There is no tier 3 for Starbuck. He has 2 AFK rifles in the main base.
Oh no, Militia coming. Here we go. And now the third one. That would have been the difference maker here. Blood Mage also hurt. Gotta be careful to not be nuked with access to the shop. But how can you nuke if there is Siphon Mana? Starbuck, is he getting desperate already?
He should be, because he feels like this is the problem here, right? Ghoul Frenzy. Out microing Ghoul Frenzy, almost not possible. As you mentioned, there are mana problems because, believe it or not, Flame Strike costs mana actually, but happy accident, you know, we missed those 2 rifles during the push. It may be actually game deciding, but look at this, Lich denied. Altar was killed, but we can't kill the Ghoul Frenzy because we don't know in which crypt it is. And he's attacking the right crypt actually, so that's funny, but it's not in time. Look at this amount of ghouls, Mr. Neo. I'm scared. Please cast.
It is 14 ghouls.
I don't know what to say. It's scary.
The rifles were hitting the right crypt, but it is still finishing. Ghoul Frenzy up, the most powerful upgrade for the ghouls. It was just maybe 1 flame strike away to kill it properly. Now Starbuck, 48 food versus 60. If Starbuck loses this fight, then he's out of the tournament and Happy moves on. Flame Strike strong, but doesn't get all of it. And now the kiting game has begun.
Kiting game with Impale that makes kiting almost impossible. The ghouls are very fast as well. Starbuck has amazing micro. He's trying. He's away from his shop. Supply favors Happy, but not that much. Another heal scroll use. There is not that much mana on the undead, but the new ghouls are coming. Starbuck needs to do it, but he's kinda surrounded now. He's still trying to micro. This is so hard to do. It's like playing Marines with in StarCraft 2, but he's doing this For how long? He popped the mana potion, he still has some juice in him.
Yeah, exactly. New rifles are coming in as well. Insane kiting, but also Happy trying to get some more pressure onto the rifles, but so many of them are safe. Blood Mage needs to find some time to transfer some mana because we don't have Holy Light at the moment anymore. Beetles are marching forward. Blood Mage might be sacrificing a couple of HP, but now we got the Holy Light again, and it is even supply. The 15 food lead for Happy is gone, and in the meantime, there's towers coming up. He's trying to kite back to the shop for another mana potion. Happy trying to clean this up at the bottom now. There is a second defense upgrade coming. If this Arcane Tower comes up, it's a huge opportunity for Starbuck. Workers evacuated to the right-hand side. Paladin, bravely, confident, marching forward. These workers will be sacrificed for the greater good of the Arcane.
Yeah, Lich is coming as well. So Happy remade his altar on the expansion, so Lich is going to join the party soon. But Starbuck is celebrating with the Arcane Vault. He popped Regent Scroll, he has access to items, and he's in this kind of weird position in between bases. Lich joins the party. He has Orb of Corruption, one Rifleman from the rally point micro back. That's good. Starbuck is on the mission here. As you mentioned, the Arcane Tower will have a lot. Believe it or not, Blood Mage can't drive free, can't take mana from 3 heroes at the same time. And now we have even Nova that makes kiting even harder.
Nasty Nova hitting the backline. Crypt Lord cleans it up. Arcane Tower up, but only for so long. Rifles are falling left and right. 2 big losses. We don't have a Flame Strike here. Would be a perfect opportunity. Exactly. Dealing tons and tons of damage, but the healing is there. Finally level 4 for Happy, who's looking 3 meters tall in these fights, and Starbuck has to fall back with 1 base versus 2 base. Going to the shop, maybe 1 more heal scroll. DK getting sucked immediately, but look at these ghouls, man. They're tearing all these buildings apart.
Yes, well upgraded ghouls, and yes, Starbuck is not going for tier 3. He can't. He used all of his workers, you know, on militia, on the upgrades. There is no Gryphons. Maybe with Gryphons now he would have a chance, you know, to pull back and creep, but he can't, and that's why he's staying. Another nice Flame Strike connects with some ghouls, but as you mentioned, there was a heal scroll before, and this heal scroll works very well versus a Flame Strike. Ghouls are healthy for now. We have even 1 obsidian statue. Starbuck is still trying, he's still kiting.
And the kiting was strong before. Can he do it again? The Blood Mage might be surrounded here, and there's no way out. He has to fight out. Maybe he has to sacrifice himself. Last Holy Light. It's on cooldown for 5 seconds. He saw the end of the tunnel before, but not here on Autumn Leaves. Flame Strike is grilling more and more units. Paladin level 5. This is a lot of opportunity for Starbuck. He has the resources for an altar revive, not for a tavern revive. Trying to kite back, trying to get some more resources. He's so close. He's so close. Can the rifles do it? It's not too many anymore. Happy charging forward, but the Blonde Devil is missing left and right. When does he finally have the golden lumber? Now is the time.
Yeah, but he's very fragile. There is no mana on the Paladin, and the Blood Mage is getting target immediately. He can't drain the mana, and also when he will start draining the mana, there is not that much mana to steal. Starbuck is kiting back, but again, he's not going tier 3. Happy is producing 3 ghouls at the time with upgrades. Of course, Paladin level 5 can help a lot, but we need mana, and without mana, we are going to bleed rifles, and with bleeding rifles, we're bleeding the supply. 33 supply for the human versus 52 for Happy, and yes, Palarifle without mana looks kinda sad. Starbuck is still trying. He knows how big of a potential Holy Light level 3 gives. But is there hope, Mr. Neo? Tell me.
I don't know, man. It's looking really, really bleak. We got statues now for the regen. We have 5 and 4 on the Blood Mage, but no banish, so hero focus isn't an option. That also makes it so that the DK levels are not that important. We creep the left-hand side. We expand for a second time. Starbuck wasn't able to break the first one. How is he supposed to break the second one and survive? His main base will be out in 4 minutes, and then that's the end of the tournament for him. The dominator of the group stage couldn't repeat the success in the playoffs if there's no huge miracle.
Well, and Paladin level 6 sounds like a miracle, but we are far away from it. Holy Light connects again. Flame Strike. This Flame Strike actually connected nicely. But yes, we have very little mana because of the Flame Strike. And speaking of mana, there was enough for the 1 additional Impale. Starbuck bought the Mercs. Happy bought the Merc. We have the fight, including the Mercs. That's amazing.
Desperate times for both players. They want the reinforcements right here, right now. Mercs are fighting each other. Muddy is slowing the Mauler down. It was a huge investment for Starbuck, which doesn't pay off at all. It's, of course, a huge chunk of XP. Holy Light to drain some time, to buy some time for the rifles to do some damage. Siphon mana is everywhere, but we need some decisive Holy Lights. But where? Where is the hope? 2, 3, 4 more rifles about to hit the deck. The DK is chasing and Frostmourne hungers. Takes the next coil away, but the Lich is charging up with yet another Nova. Good luck kiting that.
Yeah, that's amazing play by Happy. Nice idea by Starbuck to have this Mauler for heavy, for Holy Light full value, which is quite rare. But yes, rifles are dying, and without the rifles damage, Palarifle damage is vastly reduced, and again, mana issues. And what we can do, Starbuck is still trying to kite. Guys, remember, level 6 Paladin is possible. That's why he's still in this game, because at some point he'll be able to resurrect a lot. But level 3 Death Knight is going to make it much harder, stronger healing, and also more offensive possibilities. And Paladin needs to run.
So
It
close!
got him.
He gets him though with the last shot. And that was the last shot against Starbuck in this tournament. The winner of the Western qualifier has been eliminated. Happy gets his revenge against the Palarifle after being defeated by Fortitude yesterday. Emperor is back and still alive. Top 4 finish guaranteed. Your lower bracket semifinal tomorrow is Happy versus Sock.